Well, good morning. So we finally landed down here with all the animals. Last night was the last of it. I went up and got my lovebird and the two cats. I don't know what Bo's doing. He's making himself a bed. So I guess he's just watching the rabbit and doing what the rabbit does. I don't know. He just keeps moving that straw around where he wants it. So Bo has his little kennel here. And then it's kind of still a mess under here, but we did put up a canopy just because we had one for camping and we were not using it. And then we were like, it just won't stop raining this summer. So we just decided to throw the canopy up over the animals and make like a kind of a staging area for taking care of them, keeping them dry. This bunny over here, he has a very temporary spot. He's going to have these two cages put end to end, and then he'll have small gauge wire around it to keep him protected, and then it'll be bolted down to, I have to make him an extender on this table. So there's one. He seems pretty content. He still has to come in at night. He has a little kennel down there. He comes in at night. And then back here is where we're going to keep, well, we kind of want to extend the dog kennel to where it goes out and around the corner so the dogs can come out this way. But I've got to, I got to move some cans around here that we store there. Try not to make you dizzy, where we're storing their feed. So I got to put down some weed stop and AKA black plastic trash bags because I forgot my weed stop in the city and I'm not going back today. And then some mulch and put their cans and everything over here. I got to bale up that straw. I don't like it when they sell straw with string. I like the wire because then I can just take out my flake and wire it back together and then you don't get this mess. So I got to go find my baling wire, which isn't very far, and bale that back up. And then we want the dog kennel to extend back here so they can really keep an eye on, well, Bo, but Arrows is only here once in a while. Then we have this hutch got revamped when we got down here. We didn't realize how bad a condition the hutches were in. They definitely were not fox and coyote weasel proof, none of that, coon proof. So now they are. They're completely redone, except I still have to do the roofing. But and do their little decorations back up. But I'll introduce you to, this is Shadow. This is the daddy bunny. Good morning, Shadow. Good morning. The grandkids, they named all these rabbits. So there he is in his little den of love here. His wife passed away, I guess about 2 years ago now. So he's just Daddy Rabbit. And then over here is one of his sons. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, the one over there is Domino, and this one's Cinnabon. And this is his hutch, called Buck's Den. We still have to, of course, put the roofing on here. I thought they looked good white. This one used to be kind of shabby chic blue. But here's his little hutch. He's got this going on. Hi, say good morning. And he's all set up over here. And then I got the trays underneath for collecting my bunny poo. I'm not going to use the totes anymore. They get too full. So just trays to catch the bunny poo in the hair, and that goes into my compost. So their whole job is to make bunny poo, which is garden honey. And then they have their clover patch over there. So it's so convenient to just go pick their clover right there and then bring it over to them. And then here's the girls. They finally got their covering. The tarp is kind of ratty. It's from the coop in the city, but it's okay. I can always change out a tarp. Tarps are a dime a dozen. All 6 girls, I lost one hen. She got lack of calcium over the winter. They weren't selling oyster shell up in the city. I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was feeding them back their eggshells after baking them, of course. You have to bake them, get all the bacteria off, and then you have to crush them where they don't recognize them as eggshells, and then feed them back to your hens. I just wasn't getting any, and I just wasn't, you know, if it's grocery store eggs, I hate to say it, but I just don't consume enough to have made those shells make any difference. So now they're back on their shell. They're back on their oyster shell now. We found a feed store just right here in town, and he sold me grain that already has shell included in it for calcium, and then I went ahead and bought a 50-pound bag because the girls got to get back on their calcium. So I've already gotten like 4 eggs since they landed about 4 days ago. So they'll get back in sync here in a little bit. They got to get used to their little moon cycles. And it's so cool because the moon comes through right through this clearing every night, and they get a nice view of the moon at night. They're all completely closed in. And then their coop part, this part here is not fox and coyote proof. That's Bo's job. That's why he stays out here all day. And then the rest of it, I finally got the apron down, so no coons or foxes or whatever can burrow under. And then on the inside, it's snake proof, where they had this small gauge wire all along the inside. You saw me make that. And then that's it. I still have to put up the water catchment, but they're really, really, really secure in here. I feel very good about them being in this. Yep. And I like the white. I don't know why I had a gallon of exterior white with no color in it, but I did, and I was very happy to find it. And yeah, I should have painted before I put the wire on, but it was just raining, and I had to get the wire up. I had to get the chickens in here, so I knew it was going to be rough. So I put the wire up, and then about 4 or 5 days later, I was able to paint it. So that's our little sitting spot. We've been sitting out here having coffee and enjoying the animals underneath this little tarp. That's it. That's like our little makeshift barn. It's our animal area. So, progress. I'm just so happy to have all my animals here. Now I officially live here. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Blessed be.